Hi, welcome back to Get Sassy. This week we have a lot of great things in store. Yes, you probably noticed around me there's a lot of snow. It's really freaking cold out here, but I am at my favorite place, Bella Rouge Studio in Basking Ridge, New Jersey. You guys, this place has everything.
And we're here for the grand opening of Bella Rouge, a blow-dry bar and event hair and makeup. Women can come here and get their hair done, they can get their makeup done. I'm passionate about this work because I just love to see women happy. We offer complimentary aromatherapy treatments so they can get any aromatherapy oils and get a neck and shoulder massage.
My name is Megan Glynn, and I'm a stylist and a makeup artist.
Hi, I'm Agnes Genova, and I'm the esthetician here. All the girls going to prom, girls going to bat mitzvah, any future brides, they're all going to be very lucky that we have this here at Basking Ridge. Excited about this grand opening of Bella Rouge. This is the first business of its kind that we have in town. It's a blow-dry bar, and also they have perfumery where you can make your own perfume. I just made mine today, and it has lily of the valley, which I love, and rose and citrus, and it smells fabulous, and I'm really excited about it. I think this is going to be a great asset to the community.
And I'm a makeup artist and hairstylist.
Jody O'Donnell, I'm a makeup artist here at Bella Rouge. This is my passion and something I've always wanted to do.
It is such an amazing feeling to help women feel better about themselves. I feel so privileged to be able to be in a position to do so.
Hi, my name is Carolyn Gaziano. I'm the mayor of Bernards Township, and I love Bella Rouge. I'm Pam, and I love Bella Rouge.
We're all just so excited to be a part of such an amazing vision come to life.
We're going to handle so much today, you guys. You're not going to get up from your couch, so grab some popcorn, grab a couple glasses of wine, and let's get started. I'll be back in a few. I'm freezing my ass off. Oh my God, it's freaking cold out there. Well, now I'm here at the Bella Rouge Studio, and we're going to have all kinds of conversations today. I'm really excited. I'm here by myself, I think. I know, a girl could get in trouble in a place like this, but you guys have a lot in store. Hi guys, welcome back to Get Sassy. Basically, we're starting here with a clean palette, and Sarah is going to be walking us through. It looks like she's getting basically ready, primed for some foundation, correct?
Yes.
Walk us through. What are you doing right now?
So right now what I'm doing is I'm cleaning her skin, and then I'm going to put moisturizer on, because you always want to prep the skin before you put any makeup on or anything like that.
Okay. And why are you using a brush if you're cleansing? Like, is that...
So right now I'm just putting a brush on her just for sanitary reasons. Just so I'm not, putting my hands all over her face.
Well, do you want to say something? Hi, Dermalogica people.
Yes, Dermalogica.
I miss my staff. I had a great time. I worked as a regional sales director. I did.
So the moisturizer
for
I'm using,
2 years.
It's the Intensive Moisture Balance. The reason why I'm using that is because she was saying before that she has a little bit of irritation, rosacea, redness, especially since it's really cold out. You want to really hydrate and protect your skin. So that's what I'm using right now.
I think a lot of people, especially with rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, any of those skin diseases where it becomes irritated, or even cystic acne, I can't even talk today. Using more of a cream-based cleanser that doesn't necessarily suds up with surfactant, it's going to be better.
Exactly.
For those of you at home, sometimes creamy cleansers do foam up. You can find them out there. In fact, Dermalogica does have one that does foam up a little bit, and it's very gentle. But this is also another technique. Just because it doesn't foam up doesn't mean it's not cleansing.
That's very true.
And I think a lot of you guys out there, you wonder why your skin's irritated. It's because you're taking a surfactant, which could be used in, like, Tide, believe it or not.
A detergent?
Lauryl sulfates and ammonium lauryl sulfate, not so bad. But if you look at Tide, I hate to say it, ladies, that's the same ingredient. It's a different extract, it's a different amount. But the closer you have a surfactant, meaning ammonium lauryl sulfate or laurel and laureth, it does have a different potency. So if it's top there on the list, it's like water's first. Obviously, the next one's going to be the surfactant. So you want to stay away from that, especially if you have irritated skin.
Yes, that's very true. I think a lot of people don't realize that going into, skincare and things like that. They'll look at something because it's less expensive, not quality. They don't realize the importance of, quality over quantity.
Well, I think back in like the 30s, 40s, 50s, the ivory skin, which my grandmother, she's in her 90s, and she's used nothing but ivory skin, and she has no wrinkles. I mean, barely any.
Wow.
And, she looks amazing. What is her secret? Ivory.
That's amazing.
Right?
That's crazy.
But they say when your kids have bad skin, they tell you ivory.
Three 22-year-old airline stewardesses.
But one of us is a fake. She's really 35, not 22. And she's a housewife, not a stewardess.
Which one is the 35-year-old housewife who does dishes for a family of 5? We've disguised everything but her hands.
Hands won't help you guess.
Right, because our housewife uses ivory liquid. Helps leave her hands with a creamy, young look. It's the creamiest looking, mildest ivory liquid ever. It even whips. Looks creamy, feels creamy. Ivory liquid hands help keep your age a secret.
Give up? It's not me. It's not me either.
Here's our housewife.
That's right. I'm Mrs. Robert Thompson, and I'm 13 years older than those stewardesses.
Your hands could fool anyone with that creamy young look. That why you use ivory liquid, Mrs. Thompson?
That's right. It helps me look younger than I am. That's fun.
Even what did I have? A poison ivy one time, and I had that. That was horrible. Wow. And I had it on my butt. I went to summer camp, and I peed in the bushes, and I got it. That's what you get for peeing in the bushes. Bears can do it, but we can't. That's not fair.
Yes.
They ask, do bears shit in the woods? But they do.
So
you guys are going to love my commercial for this one.
You would not believe the mother load I just dropped. And that's how I like to keep it, leaving not a trace that I was ever here, let alone that I just birthed a creamy behemoth from my cavernous bowels. Nothing is worse than stinking up the shared toilet at work, or the toilet at a party, or your lover's apartment. Of course, flushing removes the graphic evidence. Maybe 2 or 3 flushes if your skid marks are as tenacious as mine. But what can be done of that subtle scent of a 300-cow dairy farm? Aerosol air fresheners aren't the most effective option, or the healthiest. Trying to mask the stench, giving you a nice blend of ChemLab carnations with just a touch of feces. So, how do you make the world believe your poop doesn't stink? Or in fact that you never poop at all? Poopery. Poopery is the before-you-go toilet spray that is proven to trap those embarrassing odours at the source and save relationships. Simply spritz Poopery in the bowl to create a film on the water's surface that actually traps the odours in their porcelain prison. And when your little astronauts splash down and make contact with the film, they release Poopery's pleasant aromas, so all those around you can smell as a refreshing bouquet of essential oils. Yes, it is a real product. And yes, it really works. We've sold over 4 million bottles. On Amazon alone, there are over 1,000 reviews rating it 4.8 of 5 stars. That's a better Amazon rating than the iPhone 5. If it doesn't completely stop your stench from spreading, send it back for a full refund. Our unconditional stink-free guarantee. If your poo stinks, click here to get your Poopery today at poopery.com. So whether you need to pinch a loaf at work, cut a rope at a party, or lay a brick at your boyfriend's, your days of embarrassing smells or prairie dogging it are over. Poopery. Our business is to make it smell like your business never even happened.
So I'm just put
She's
skin
turning red now, not from the cosmetics. It's probably because I'm embarrassing her, saying something completely inappropriate.
No, she's hysterical. That's why.
Of course it is.
And she just keeps doing it.
So now, this is...
So what I'm doing right now is I just moisturized. Now I'm priming. So I did a skin primer, and this is an instant skin smoother. What it's going to do is it's just going to smooth out any fine lines or pores in your skin. It's also going to help reduce a little bit of the redness. And now I'm just putting an eye primer on. Okay. The reason why you want to put the eye primer on is it makes the eyeshadow last much longer, and it gives it more of a pigmented look.
What if you're going to do a little bit of a lightening around the eyes? You know, it looks like she's got, had some nice high brows, which is good.
Yes.
What would be good? Probably a highlighter, right, underneath the brow line?
Yes, definitely. You always want to highlight underneath the eyebrow because it completely lifts it. You also want to fill in the eyebrow, and you want to highlight on top as well because that's what's going to define the eyebrow.
And especially around the eye, if you're dark here, if you lighten up the corner as well as above the brow line, is that true?
You're saying to help brighten out the eyes?
Yeah, to give the eyes instead, because a lot of, you get in your 40s, the next thing you know, these don't head south, but these do. And this here just gets darker. And
it's true.
Cannot use makeup remover, ladies. It doesn't take it off. They stay there forever.
It's also, if you highlight too, if you bring your highlight up into the temple, it also gives that illusion too with the darkness.
So you're saying like her cheekbone?
Yes. If you highlight above the cheekbone and you bring it into the temple, it also will help with the darkness that's set in the center of your eye.
So ladies, we're talking about this area right here.
Right.
That is exactly where the highlight would go. Gives you at home.
Yes. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to take a little bit of our color correction palette, and I'm going to take some of the green, and I'm just going to put that around the redness.
Can you show our camera a little bit, because this is something that I tend to talk about a lot on some of my other
color
shows.
correction.
The color correction, exactly. And I talk about the different tones that can bring redness down. Like green. Green is really good for redness. And yellow is good for darkness around the eyes. And purple, I think, also has to do with redness also to bring down.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mineral makeup, mineral powders, all kinds of really quick fixes, you guys. Don't use a concealer stick and whack it underneath your eye because that's not going to work out.
Yes.
Even with a mirror up close, you can always see it and then it looks very dry and you'll appear to have more lines. So you really don't want to do that.
Yes.
If they're putting this on, would you suggest that they use their middle, well, their last before their pinky and
The ring
putting
finger?
it down towards the crease of their eye so you're not pulling the skin.
So you're saying when you do color correction, you're saying
Yeah.
under the eye, you're saying
Yeah,
to
if
make
you're
it
doing it here,
exactly.
from using this finger right here and using it towards
Yes.
Crystal eye,
Because
you're
the-
not going to be pulling delicate skin.
Exactly, because the skin around your eye is the most
It's
delicate skin
delicate.
on your face. It's the first signs of aging, so you want to really, really take care of that part of your skin. You
Yeah.
want to hydrate always. You always want to put an eye cream on before you do any makeup or anything like that. Because what like you were saying before, if you put anything under that area and you don't prep it or treat it the right way,
Yep.
you're going to see all those little lines and everything.
You're going to see it, so you
Yeah.
got to be very careful. And
Less is always more, especially
It's
around
true.
the eye area. Yep.
that is a very good point. Less is more. Ladies, if you put a little bit on, you can always, add more.
Exactly.
Use more,
You
you got to take it all off and do it again.
Yes.
And that's not such a good thing. I am going to be talking to Sarah more about technique right now. We're going to do a half and half, like when you see on TV where you do the face here and one side here and one side here. It's actually a really good tool, you guys, because if you see what you've done wrong, you'll see what you need to do to go make it right. So I'm going to go back over here. Let's see what they're doing. We're going to get some great info for you, and follow me. Okay, so what are we doing here?
So right now I'm just working on her eyes.
Okay.
I always like to do the eyes before I do her foundation, just so you can
Now, is
get
this
a full-
prep work?
No, right now I'm actually going
You're
into
actually
the coloring.
applying. Okay,
so
good.
yeah, so I'm going to be using some neutral colors, but I'm going to make them a little bold, so you still have that natural
Is this a
look.
night look or is this a day
This is
look?
going to be a day look.
Okay.
But a bolder day look. Something so you have makeup on, but it doesn't
Okay.
look like you're going out. But also the kind of look that if you just added a little bit more, you could make it into a night look. So you kind of giving her the option of working with the same colors, so it's not too overwhelming, especially
Gotcha.
since this is something that she's new into.
Because she cannot look sexy.
She cannot.
No, for her job.
She has to look professional.
Yes.
She works
Okay.
in a special facility where she cannot look sexy. Cannot say anymore. I'm under an oath of
I'm a
silence.
pharmacist, but I can't.
She's a pharmacist in a special place where people can come in but they can't get out. That's all I can talk about right now.
Thank
And
you.
So
they
this would
can't
be
get
a
out with
perfect-
locked doors. And I can't tell you anymore. And it's far away and there's a gated community of police, but I can't tell you anymore. And she
I
can't
think
look
everybody got the
sexy
point
there.
now.
These
Told you
colors
guys
would
I was
actually
bad
be
at keeping a
perfect for that.
secret. I have a shirt that says I can't keep a secret because it's true. I mean, I can't. Do you want to tell me any secrets? I got makeup secrets.
Makeup secrets?
I better not talk to you anymore.
I don't think anyone's going to talk to me after this show. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so over here, we're finishing up the eye, and it looks like you're doing a little bit. And can you move your arm just a little bit because I want my viewers to see how you're lifting the brow.
Yes.
And it does make people appear to be more awake, especially if there's darkness around the eyes. It looks like you did a really good job of kind of eliminating that. If you guys do a kind of a half and half here,
Yes.
do you usually, when you do your foundation underneath the eye, like not the brow bone, but cheekbone starts up here, do you use generally a couple different types of foundation? Is there anything people can do at home? Because I know a lot of people get frustrated because they're like, I have to buy so many things to make it look like they did it Sun. So what do you do when you send them home so that they don't go crazy with all of these different
get too
types of
overwhelmed
things?
with too many things. So I always like to, it also depends on, how dark somebody has the dark circles under their eyes. If
Okay.
it's not as bad, then you wouldn't have to use as much. But in this case, if it's someone that does have really dark circles under their eyes, what I always like to do is start, like I was saying before, with hydration. So always a good eye cream under the eyes. And then I like to go with a concealer and then a highlighter on top.
Okay.
The concealer is just to reduce the darkness.
Okay.
And the highlighter, which would be any type of light foundation or any type of cream-based light concealer you want to use, so it doesn't build up and it doesn't look heavy under the eyes.
Awesome. I have a sassy tip. Woohoo! Okay, so ladies, or anyone decides to wear makeup for that matter, what I learned when I went to beauty school, one very important tool that you guys want to learn. You go to a salon, you purchase makeup, you bring it home. You number it. Number 1, this is what you put on first. Number 2, this is what you put on next. And number 3, please ask your stylist, your makeup artist, anybody that you're working with. If you're talking about skincare, make them do a 1 through 4. It'll keep it very easy for you. You won't have to guess what comes next, and it'll make things less stressful. Just a tip from me to you. Back to you, Sarah. This is looking really good.
Yeah. I like to use a light color on the lid and a little bit of a crease because it gives it more dimension and actually brings out her eyes much more. It's going to give her the illusion of having a larger, more almond-shaped eye.
Oh, I love that.
She has.
Okay, so we're going to actually head off for a commercial break. And I love this. This is getting really exciting. We're starting to get it together. Exciting. We're going to head over for a commercial break. We'll be back and hopefully see more of Sarah's transformation on Lisa, and we'll see you in a few. Hi guys, welcome back to Get Sassy. I'm your host Samantha, and we're here at the Belle Rouge Salon, and we're waiting for the instant reveal. Sarah right now is going to give us a sample of kind of the half the face. That's a good way to put on makeup at home, ladies, because you kind of get an idea of what one look is opposed to another and see what you've done wrong. I don't know, you know, Picasso, one side always looks different than the other, so it's actually a really good way to kind of get things, especially with the eyebrows and eyeliner. Those are areas where, ladies, we don't always get it right. So I think by using something in the middle here, I think that's a really good tool, right? Is that what you generally do with your clients? You kind of show them something in the middle,
yes,
and then it's like Dr. Evil, Dr. Beautiful,
exactly.
Evil, beautiful.
Because it gives people like the perspective of just like the difference, because you don't really see unless you see, like you'll see the whole face done and you'll be like, okay, wow. But if you see half, then you'll really see
So I'm going to
the
cover
full
up.
effect.
Sorry, Lisa, I'm going to poke Lisa in the eye here. I want you guys to see this because this looks awesome. Okay, so basically, this is kind of a good canvas look to cover up that look, but this, I mean, this is totally different.
Totally.
And if you guys look here, sorry about this, everybody. Look at that.
It's amazing.
That and that. Before, after. After, before. This looks fabulous.
Yes, that's
So
beautiful.
tell us a little bit more about what you did. We talked about the highlighting. We talked about the cheekbone.
Yes.
And I noticed that you used something very subtle. So I'm assuming that's daytime, right?
Yes. So this, like I was saying before, this could be a daytime look, but also like I did a little bit more dramatic.
Yeah.
This is something that you could also do at night too. You just add a little bit more boldness to it. So what I did with the eye is the colors that I used, if you just close your eyes for a second, they're very neutral colors. It was a light like beige mist color on the lid, and then a neutral brown in the crease.
Are those her lashes?
These are actually false lashes that I put on her. They're natural looking, but they give her that length. So there's not as much.
She doesn't look like a spider.
Yes, exactly. So they're enough that you go out, they look gorgeous, but they're not too much that if you did wear them during the day, they'd look like you were going, you know, overboard.
This looks fabulous.
Yes.
How do your eyes feel? Heavy, or do you feel just
No, natural actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And this is not something that's so drastically different, but you can tell just by some of the corrective work that you did. Her skin looks flawless.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the
Totally
color, the lip
flawless.
color I really love. I think it just kind of put the whole makeup look together. It's like kind of like a warm rose color, and that's actually really popular right now for the winter. It's a really popular color everyone's using. I love that color in you.
So let's do a quick review.
What other colors would look good on me other than
You could do
on the lips? Sorry.
like maybe like nudes, like a warm nude would be really, really pretty. If you did like a warm nude with like a gloss or something, that would be really nice too.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to stop you right here, but I just want to kind of walk through what we've done so far here. So for the viewers at home, again, getting frustrated because you can't do this, and you get frustrated, you go to a salon. This happens to me all the time, ladies. I go crazy too. You know what? You can't create the same thing twice. So you go home and you do the best that you can, but this is why we have these instructional shows so that you can learn how to do it. It's very easy. Let's go back to first step. We got the skin ready for priming.
Yes.
We cleansed the skin.
Yes.
We used cream to calm down any type of skin disorder if you guys happen to have some sensitive skin in certain areas, around the nose, around the chin. Some people have it just in the cheek area. But you get the palette ready. Think of it as a palette. Next thing we did was we added foundation. We actually did a type of concealer first. And which ones did you use for her? And can you walk me through this?
So what I did was I went over with the concealers. I used a color that was very similar to her skin tone.
Okay.
Which is...
Now, how does somebody tell what their skin tone is? Is it the neck? Because I see women that have, again, beautiful, but this line here, and I want to come up to you guys and wipe it off.
So that huge thing with that is a lot of people either they're getting the right color but they're not blending it enough in, and everyone, you have to remember not to be afraid to blend into the neck. Like, you always, just because you're putting makeup on your face, you don't want to just stop it at the chin. You want to go all the way down into the neck because your neck needs it too, so it all looks like one.
And also the décolleté. If you have, I use a lot of bronzer,
or anything like that.
Yeah, bronzer. That's, you always want to make sure your neck and your face, neck, chest, face kind of all work together.
Exactly.
Because if you have a V-neck or something that shows this, you're going to tell it's a lot of makeup. And makeup is used for just to accentuate your already great features.
Yes, exactly.
So we used the palette, you used concealer. Let's talk a little bit more about, I see a lot of women, they don't tend to prime. First they put the foundation on, they put lotion on. Lotion is a good thing, but do you suggest a primer first or just a lotion? Like, which one? Is it a primer or is it a lotion?
So you always want to moisturize first because you want to hydrate and protect your skin, and then the prime would be to prep the foundation. So it's like priming a wall when you're painting. You want to prime your skin first, so it's going to help smooth out any fine lines. It's actually going to make your foundation last longer, and it's going to give you that barrier between your moisturizer and your foundation.
Well, guys, we're coming to the end of our show, but we have a second half which will be on tomorrow. And we're going to continue with the makeover. We'll get to see what Lisa looks like tomorrow. We're not going to spoil all the goodies now, but Sarah is working away. You guys have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow night, same time. And stay sassy. We'll see you soon.